And then what you say, like our usual. It's been so long since we've done this.
Hey Barbies!
Welcome back to our channel. It's been like a long time running, which we haven't posted at all.
And it's been so long since we sat down and done an actual mukbang that doesn't include the boys.
Yes. But today, we really wanted to do something fun, kind of like a, catch up with us.
Yeah, like a catch up with us. Like, it's been so long since we've actually, like, sat down and I guess talked about, like, the random things going on in our life. And it's been, like, a year and a half or two.
But we just have our favorite kind of seafood today. Our famous snail video type thing.
Yeah, the one that y'all were really rude about and came back around COVID and talked about this is why COVID exists.
After, like 3 years.
I know. And then, not only that, every other thing we posted, you guys were like, yep, that's where COVID came from. And I was like, you know what? If you guys haven't had snails, you guys still need to go try it.
This one is a little different from our first video. This one's like a coconut green curry. And then we have this little, we call it crack sauce. We call it crack sauce, but it's basically green onions, cilantro, pepper.
With like fish sauce and stuff. Like, does that one have fish sauce?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like that, basically the one that all like Laos people and Asian people eat for like different barbecues.
Yeah. And then we have this sauce. It's like a tomato sauce. If you guys are familiar with Departure in Portland, I tried replicating their sauce with, some oyster shooters.
Where'd you get the oyster shooters from?
I got it at OMC.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
And so the snails too. It was really cheap. It's not bad.
And then I went to H Mart, and for the last like year, I've been seeing this big ass. It was really big, but it's not anymore. It was like this big, like an octopus.
And then illustrate.
So that's the sad part. We've got this little thing now. We've never really eaten octopus
like this.
I guess we've always eaten like small ones or like ones in like Asian like seafoods and stuff like that, but this will be new to us. We're gonna be dipping it with my sauce right here that my Benoy made. We also have seasoned baby crabs. These ones,
How's it?
I've never really eaten them. I don't really know. I've been seeing all over TikTok people have been eating these again, and some people have a controversy of saying that you're supposed to swallow them, and some people say that you're supposed to spit them out afterwards. So
really, I thought you were supposed to swallow them because when I ate it, I swallowed them, but it was like it's crab, it's crunchy.
Yeah, it's crunchy and hard, but you're supposed to. This is kind of like a drinking food as well. So yeah. I guess we'll start eating, and then we'll start telling you guys kind of like from the start of quarantine of kind of like how our lives kind of like changed and what started to happen. Did you want to take a shot?
Yeah. What do you got?
No, like I haven't got much. Whatever.
What the fuck is that? Canada whiskey.
Yeah, Canada whiskey.
Seagrams? Why? What? Seagrams?
Seagrams.
I see this V-salt at the back.
Which one? Is it open? Is there any in it?
There's like that one.
Grab it. Okay, I'll kill that one. So we were gonna drink Canadian whiskey.
But now
we found this. Not too sure when.
We're such alcoholics, we just leave bottles around.
Yeah, I'm not really too sure when that was opened and when it was last drunk, but you know what? We're gonna be chasing with some Sprite. Cheers!
You should definitely try the snails. When we were cooking it, it was so fire.
I know, and these ones are actually like nice size. I don't know if you guys remember our other video, but I don't think the snails were around this big. I think they were a little smaller because it took us hours to finish eating it, and we wanted to continue eating it. It was just a hassle.
This one is pretty fire. We had plain ones before, but green curry, coconut.
It's so good. What's it called? Every time we try to go to OC House, they don't have these. I guess we'll just leave it on the table. Yeah. Okay. Let's see where to start about how quarantine started. I guess like I can start where back like right before quarantine I got so sick. Like
I remember that.
I got to the point where like I lost my vision and I lost my hearing, and it all happened because someone at the salon completely messed up someone's shellac, and a lady came in, was basically like, you did my toes, and I was like, I did not do your toes, and she was like, no you did, and I was like, I have green hair, I don't work on weekends, I didn't do your toes. Long story short, my boss was like, I'll let you do the service and I'll pay you for the service, like you're not just gonna do it for free. hungry, so I did it. But I only put like this much water in there, and when I was going to like put my mask on and like tell her at the same time like, oh, how was your day, she like splashed her foot in there and all her foot water got in my mouth. Next day, like,
hell no,
I was sick. I was really sick, and like I haven't been back to the salon.
So you had a sty a little, right?
Oh yeah, and
because of it too.
Yeah, I had a sty
Her
too.
foot was dirty.
I don't know what was going on. It was like really bad where it lasted me like 2-3 months of just like not being able to hear for those 3 months, and then one day like I woke up and for like 16 hours I couldn't see. I was just crying, and I felt like I was just one of those people who experienced life and then I couldn't anymore. And I was like, I really gotta take things like in. Yeah. I really gotta breathe the fresh air. I really gotta look at the nice views. I was like, if you don't, it could really be gone in a second. And I thought I was gonna be blind, but the doctors just told me to like give it a day, which is kind of messed up because like if there was a chance to save me, like shouldn't it be in the first 24 hours? But no.
Yeah, I remember that. It was like right in the middle of quarantine, and
no, it was right before.
It
was right before everything happened. Like before they were like, oh, COVID and stuff like that, because they just kept telling me I had like a weird immune system.
And like we didn't hang out for like, I feel like 6-7 months. It was crazy.
Yeah, like we didn't really see each other, do anything because like there was nothing to do.
Yeah.
You couldn't go to the bars. You couldn't
do
go out to
shit.
eat. Dave and Buster's was done.
And then Brittany came in May, and we like just like literally went to views and stuff.
Well, I remember that because I didn't hang out with her at all.
Yeah.
Not even Yasmin came around really either. You and Brittany were just out every single night.
Yeah, because you know, like I used to work at a restaurant actually. But I used to work at K-Town, and like, you know, quarantine and everything, so we shut down, and so I was out of work for like 8-9 months, sadly.
Yeah.
It was good, but like sad, you know,
that's so crazy to think of. Like we were actually out of doing everything for so many months. Like I really don't remember what I did during those months. Like just stay at home and watch Netflix.
Yeah, that's what I did most of the days. And then Brittany started coming around, and she was like, hey, you want to go to this party? You want to go here? You want to do that? I was like, okay, yeah, you know what? Better than what I'm doing right now.
No, but you guys really were like out on all the car scenes. Like
She fired a lot, but I stopped going because there was so many deaths there. Surprisingly, like I have not.
If you guys don't know what T5 is, explain what T5 is. I guess not a lot of people are even into cars.
That's true. Like T5 is just like a spot northeast, right?
Something like that. Like basically it's a spot where everyone who's just into cars will go, and then they'll like drift around, race each other for pink slips, like
kind of socialized type of place.
Yeah, it's a huge socializing place
for cars type stuff. But it was fun. I had fun. Like I got super drunk there too, and I was watching cars drift. I actually got into one. It was fun until I got in trouble by my man. He's like, if I was in the other bitch's car, would you get mad? I was like, yeah, you're right. But it was an experience, you know?
Like, not everyone knows how to drift, you know what I mean?
Okay. I definitely don't.
Yeah, I would never even try.
I had a Benz then. People kept telling me to drift it or race it. I was like, my tires are like so bad. My red Benz. But now, oh my god, we both bought a car at the same time. We both got Jeeps now.
That was a nice thing. Like, we both kind of like decided to grow up and decide to buy like big girl cars, I guess.
How is it? How's the craft?
It's interesting. I like the flavor because I think it's like a drinking food. Because like when you're buzzed, like chewing on it tastes good. But I don't think I can swallow it. It's definitely fishy.
So I can't swallow this shit.
Yeah. Like if you really wanted to eat it.
Maybe the legs, not the body though.
Yeah. I peeled open it and I like saw like you know, like the inside of it like that, and then I was like, yeah, I don't know if I can eat that, but I can like chew on it and spit it.
Yeah.
I think like I honestly, like even though like I was doing all of that, I started practicing nails a lot like right after. Like during the quarantine aspect, to be honest, like I felt really off. Like when I was working, I was having like a whole routine of eating breakfast, eating lunch, and then going to eating dinner. Now I like literally don't eat until like 6 p.m., 7 p.m. and that's like my lunch, and then I'll eat dinner. And then it's like the smallest portions of food. I don't know why. Like I do nails from my house just to kind of keep practicing and keep trying to do things like with like just people I know and stuff like that. And so like now it just like I'll do that all day and I'll be so focused and wanting to know like like kind of just like knowing the person, and then also like making sure that I'm getting like all the acrylic laid nicely and smooth and everything. I just get so stressed out that I don't even get hungry until like I smoke later on. And that's another thing.
I know how you feel.
I smoke so much during this quarantine. Like, I completely said fuck going out to eat at nice places. I'll just smoke instead. Oh, I'm so serious.
That's funny because
I've
slowed down on smoking a lot.
Yasmin don't even
during
smoke
quarantine
anymore.
What?
She hasn't even smoked for the last like 3-4 weeks or something like that. She's been on like a good
That's
roll.
crazy.
She's like trying to just start working out now.
Well, I'm starting to smoke a lot more now since Johnny's been starting to smoke.
Johnny's been smoking and drinking.
I've been more of an alcoholic and a fiend for weed more than I've ever been.
What do you guys smoke out of?
We just have the pens and some like joints, but we're thinking of buying that. Have you heard of that Bluetooth rig? So it basically
Is it for dabs?
Yeah, for dabs.
Oh, and you like press and it lights up by itself. And yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
The only thing is like it probably like because you didn't really like smoke dabs that much, so it was kind of like you liked like the mellower hits. I like the hits that are like really hot and like I like.
No,
I
that's
feel like
how we're
I'm
getting
out.
at to right now.
Oh, then that one's not gonna be good for you because that one gives you like the softest hit. Yeah, Banshee has one and he was gonna give it to me and I was like, keep it. I was like, keep it.
Okay, that's good to know.
All I know is like we just buy like cheap little rigs and after like a month or two we just buy another one, throw that one away.
Really?
Yeah, cause we haven't even wanted to like save pieces because it makes no sense kind of because I'm not planning on getting a house to like put all those pieces out for decoration,
Yeah,
like I don't want to be that person. Like I want a farmhouse. Like
I
want
definitely
one of those
fucking
nice
know. Johnny
houses.
used to be that man who used to just keep all his
bottles.
broken rigs.
No.
And fucking
But
bottles.
they were literally like bottles like this of Henny and like you could like smoke out of them.
Wait, did we ever smoke that? It was like a Henny bong, but then we smoked it out of a bucket with water. That was you, right?
We just did a lot of weird ass shit. Like Johnny made so many different inventions. But that was like back in 2016, 15. That wasn't recently.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten into things like that yet. I'm like, maybe this year we're gonna start like exploring more, but I definitely think, I don't know, like this year though with smoking, I went far with it. Like we spent way too much.
That's a fat one.
Yeah, I know. I was looking at that one.
That's a hella fat one. Mine broke.
This one's so good though.
Is
it literally just green curry with coconut and then
green curry powder with coconut, some lemongrass, ginger.
you guys should
salt.
search up a recipe. Like, I don't even think they really had like a recipe. Johnny just makes things how he makes things.
Johnny
and there's
he said, "You better shout me out later. I made that snail." And I was like,
okay. All these type of Asian foods, when you mix them with different flavors, it tastes so good. I think I need to start eating this, but I'm a little scared too just because, like I said, we're not trying to waste food around here. I'll give anything to my father when I'm done. He's like a garbage disposal. So that's
he loves anything.
Yeah, so if you guys ever even like think about like when we do videos like this, we're doing it at Ron's house today, but we usually do it at my dad's house and he usually eats all of our leftovers. So nothing goes to waste even like if we don't eat it, but we usually eat majority of the food.
Like our first video of snails, he bought all of our snails.
Oh,
and we were like, how much snails should I buy this time?
I was like, I don't even know because we don't even really buy snails because it's one of those things when we go to restaurants we just eat too. The one thing about this
should we grab a knife?
Feel the head.
No, I already felt it. I don't like eating the head because it's like...
Oh, I don't eat the head either. But that's not how it felt earlier. Earlier, like, I could put my whole fist inside of the head, and I put my whole fist inside of it, and I was just, like, rinsing it under the water. So now feeling this is what's in there?
You know who likes eating the head?
Johnny?
Jules.
Oh, no.
Jules loves the head. If she saw this head, she'd be like, ooh, yeah, give me that shit.
Jules is brave. What I'm trying to figure out is I know down here there's a mouth. Are we supposed to cut it out? I just know that
I've never did, but every octopus we eat is like small.
Yeah, I know.
We're just too new to this.
I'm very new to this, to the fact about even when I cooked this, like even when I cooked it, like is this part still supposed to be a little like that? Like is it supposed to do that?
What we should have done? We should have fried it.
Fried it. We will fry it next time. The next
Calamari style.
I will buy it and give it to Nuki to make. I was like, you know what? Boil it. I've like, you know, I did a video with my ex on this channel like a while ago.
The octopus ASMR.
It got
the most views out of all our videos. And that was
because
just
I liked the way he chewed, and I was like, it was really obnoxious though.
And it was just a practice video.
And he was very mad that I did it as well. He's like, I was like,
That's why he chewed like that.
No, yeah, but y'all loved it, so y'all better love this video as well, because we're scared. The sad part of those are my Dollar Tree scissors. They worked.
When we tell you Dollar Tree has the best shit ever.
I don't know why, but lately Dollar Tree has been coming up so much. Like, if you're into, like, if you have, like, a Cricut or a silhouette machine, they have, like, the vinyl for it now in there. And I'm like, what the hell? Okay, let's see. Oh, it's not bad. Not that I was expecting it to be bad. It was just like, I've never eaten something this big. It's like if you eat like giant snails. Like one day if we do another snail video, maybe me and Nuki will literally buy like 1 or 2 snails. Like it's gonna look so stupid for us to go in the Asian store and be like, I just want 2.
It's actually pretty good. I can't tell if it's fully cooked or not.
Sorry.
Can you?
No, but at the same time when you were like, if I don't know what you said, but you're like, if it's blah, blah, blah,
If
then
it's
it means
too
it's
rough.
overcooked, and then
Yeah.
I was like, did I overcook it? I just took it off the stove.
No, I think it's fine. I just think it's this flimsy.
Yeah, what is that? Was I supposed to cut that off?
Oh no.
I'm like, I'll just peel.
We're not experienced in octopus. But
Yeah, we are definitely not experienced in this.
it's
so
actually pretty good.
I'm very sorry if we offend you. We enjoy it. We're just not too sure how this goes. Yeah, it's not bad. Next time when Nuki fries it into calamari, it will be better. Our main thing about why we haven't done a video again is I think our LA trips low-key stressed us out.
Yeah.
There's a thing that we can talk about during quarantine. Our fucking LA trip. Y'all saw the
No,
vlog.
I just
y'all didn't know the emotions.
We also like did a lot of stuff that the first part of summer we planned every week.
What did we do? What was one of the first things we did?
Shit. That felt like a long
Should we
time
start off
ago.
with birthdays? Oh no, was LA
Or-
the first trip of?
No, technically it was my birthday, and then we went camping. Did we go camping or what the fuck?
We went
do last time?
camping. We went to LA. We did
went camping, LA. We did is it Seaside? Bro, why am I now confused?
I don't remember. That is true though. We did a lot in the beginning of the
Hot Springs.
Seattle.
Yes, we did do Seattle. So we did.
You guys saw that one.
Seattle, Hot Springs, my birthday, Ron's birthday for LA.
Yaz's birthday.
Camping.
Yaz's birthday. But we didn't go out of town for that.
Yeah. Camping. We did a lot of stuff last
We were
summer.
supposed to go to Idaho too, but some stuff happened and we just thought it would be better for next year to do that.
We definitely next year probably film a video of us going to Idaho in an RV.
Yeah.
We plan to rent.
Yeah, we plan to rent an RV. We are not rich enough to own one like the crackheads around here. But
Seriously, how did they get RVs, bro?
well, Melinda was telling me they had to steal it, and I was asking her like, so why wouldn't the police get in? She's like, it's just a lot of work for them to like go and detain them and go do them. Like the other people are just getting insurance for it.
I was just talking about it the other day with my boss. She was like, you know, like in front of my dad's house, there's like this crackhead. Like it's in a cul-de-sac too. She's like, next door is a crackhead. Like they be passed out inside the car with the door open. They call the cops, and like no one. The cops come just to see if they're okay, and that's it. Like they leave.
They're
And
like,
I'm like,
they're
okay.
like, oh, are you guys breathing? Sounds good. See you later. Free parking. No, that's like really irritating because that by my dad's house. Oh my god, by my dad's house, we've gotten so many things stolen recently. We had I don't know if you were over recently, but my dad had this one like chair that he bought from a garage sale for $1, and it's like it has like bungees around it, and then like you lay back, and the bungees broke. So he decided that
In
he
the
was
front
gonna,
house?
yeah, in the front of the house, and he decided he was gonna zip tie it. They stole that and his cooler, And then they went through his car and ransacked it because mans don't know how to lock his fucking truck. But then he got the audacity to get
His
mad.
goddamn new truck.
He got mad at me about it, and I was like, excuse me, if you haven't even touched this car for over a month, like that means the car has been unlocked for over a month, and that's no one's fault but yours.
People are wildin'.
Yeah. People are just trying to steal everything. What did you do exactly for your birthday? I remember I was like working.
Yeah.
I couldn't get out to your birthday that day because I was also like the next day I had one appointment just because I was trying to make as much money as I could this year.
Yeah, sadly on my birthday I rented a beach house. Technically a beach house, but it's like by the ocean, but it was really next to Devil's Lake. And it was a pretty nice house. I wish you could have came. We had like bonfire, they fished out the dog.
That Devil's Lake was actually really pretty.
It was so nice, and it was like by a chill ass community. We
So
won
was
some
that
money, gambled, you know.
Was that all like Airbnbs over there, or was it like everyone's houses?
I think there are some houses there too, but like a couple of Airbnbs. And then after that was like Hot Springs?
Oh yeah, the
Hot Springs. Cougar Hot Springs.
That was actually really nice. I know that
I had a lot of fun.
we did talk about it in the video that we were really happy we went. But I think hot springs are something that a lot of people should experience because like we said, we don't know if we'll ever go. We probably will with how much we like doing things, but we don't know when. Like when we would ever go to the next one.
That was technically my first hot spring since I was like a child.
Which one did you go to when you were younger? I think I went to
I don't remember. Like I was so young where like it was fucking snowy outside. We just drove up to a hot spring, got in the hot spring, and then like we cooked eggs in there. And it fucking
Why do I feel like you guys went to Canitas too?
Probably. That was like an hour away or something.
Yeah, Canitas, I think so. Canitas was like the Indian reservation, and then they ended up not canceling, but shutting everything down probably due to like maybe people littering and stuff like that. And that's
I heard they built a spa over it.
Oh.
Sadly.
The really nice things we did do this year, even though it was far and we only sat in there for 2 hours, we only thought we had 1 hour. I was really drunk where I was like, did it completely not film at all? Like, was that just me? Was that like my doing? In a second, but we're gonna take the rest of this before, I don't want to touch the whiskey, but we might.
we might.
Bad, like if you flip them that way.
Sadly, it's like kind of stressful when you're trying to film.
Yeah, it is actually very stressful. I don't know if we've talked about it, but when we like set up, we have a lot of lights and we don't live in like, we are not rich. We do not live in these big ass places with these big ass spaces. Like, if you knew what was around us right now.
No, but it's just really stressful trying to figure out everything, but
we're gonna keep it on. Cheers.
Cheers.
There was stuff in there that smelled. There was like, clay that smelled like diarrhea, but my mom said that people like literally bring it, like they like from the first pool they go all the way in, and then
you
they
know what
grab
I just
it from
remembered?
the top.
When we were at the bottom one, was it the bottom? No, the middle one, and I was like, you know, leaning back, and Ron was like, careful, there's shit on this side right there. And that was so gross. I was like,
you could smell
this
like
much
you could literally just
it.
like sit next to it, and it was like your dog just took a shit almost. Like it wasn't that like,
and it was melted. Like,
yeah, it was so gross. Like you couldn't tell what it was. My mom tried to tell me it was clay, but you know. Another thing that we mentioned, even though we weren't filming, was being naked in there isn't always a positive thing because you have to remember, as being a female, being naked in there,
people were staring hard while we were filming too.
Yeah. People were probably because they were naked, but you didn't need to be naked. I'm sorry, you really didn't need to be. I understand. Like, there is that option of being naked and being free, but the thing about it is, like, these aren't regulated things with chlorine in it as well, and, like, everyone discharges and stuff like that, not really men, but, like, females, we discharge, and being in something like that and it being warm at the same time is, like, you start to think of it as a filthy bath, and that's kind of, we got there at the wrong time because there was so much white stuff in the water, which was dead skin.
It's pretty nasty, but you know what? Overall, we had soft as beautiful skin after.
No. We had some really, really nice soft skin after, and I think that's the only thing that kept us like happy about the experience.
It was fun though, like don't get us wrong. It was a great as experience. And then like after that, what else did we do? We went camping. Camping was fun.
We did that for 2 nights.
2 nights.
2 nights.
2 nights.
The first night, there was a big ass hawk making so much noise.
We could not fucking sleep.
And he was just screaming. It wasn't even like it was like
It was like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, he was just screaming at the top of his lungs, and like I could not get him away. I got out my tent and I was looking around. I was like, "Where are you?" Because it sounds like you're right over me.
It sounded like it too. I was like, it's. No, we were like next to you, so it was like.
We heard a turkey gobble out there.
So close. We were trying to turkey hunt. Me with my 22 trying to, you know, shoot some squirrels or whatever, which we never saw.
Yeah,
but we
there
were
was
trying
like
to turkey
no,
hunt.
there's like no wildlife out
But
there.
it was like so close to our tent. We're like, what the fuck? We all grabbed our guns and ran out, and that shit was poof. It was gone.
Yeah, like they were literally, because like every time we go to like camping places, we go about like 2 hours away, somewhere we can shoot, somewhere we can play loud music, somewhere where like someone's not gonna yell at us because we're being too loud, you know?
Yeah,
So
we were
like
being pretty loud there.
Johnny brings like huge ass gong or whatever to shoot too, so it's like ding, 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 and it's like
Every like 2 seconds.
it's like so loud.
But we had a hell of fun there.
We just like barbecued, got drunk. Cassie and Hannah did karaoke. I can't get into karaoke that much when it's on like a machine.
After that was like LA. Was LA before or after?
I low-key felt like LA was before, because LA was the 31st for Ron's birthday.
Before June. So yeah.
And
LA was super fun. Like it was kind of stressful because we were trying to plan everything. Tried to plan all the places we wanted to go during LA. Our plan was a little off
because of COVID too. Because of COVID.
And we didn't realize everything was so far apart. It was like 20 minute drive.
We didn't realize you motherfuckers out there don't know how to drive because
right?
Why was there so much traffic? Like, it seemed like you guys wanted to just merge lanes for no reason. I'm sorry. We were driving like Portland drivers out there. Like, Johnny was like, I'm a grandpa drive. This motherfucker was whoop, 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 whoop. Like, and then Rafa got in the car and we were almost flipping the car.
We're like, no, Rafa, you're not driving no more.
He like almost flipped the car so many times, and we were like in this long ass flex. And I remember we were all stressed, but we were all trying to be so nice to each other.
Trying to. We were super stressed. That was like one of our first.
Me and Nuki's highlight was the hot tub. Yasmin didn't even want to stay in the hot tub with us. She was like, I'm going upstairs. She would literally come back and be like, walk all the way back from the hotel and be like, are you guys gonna come in? We're like, no, girl. We're like,
but it was also like our first night, so we wanted to spend it.
We did that every night though.
Yeah, we did. It was fun though. Like the hot tub closed at 10. We didn't even get out till 12 a.m.
Yeah, the guy out there was nice.
He started the button for us every time we went out, and he just listened to our crazy stories.
Yeah, just like a random band came in there and like just listened.
He was like, "Whoa, that's so crazy." I'm like, "Right?"
You're like,
Portland
talking to tea. But then we met some other girls in there that were like, we're not trying to be mean or any like insensitive, but they were just like over the top for us, and they were maybe like 10 years older than us, but they were really like,
party in our room, girl.
Yeah, and I was like, I've never done that, to be fully honest. I'm like, I'm scared at Corvallis parties.
So like we got all the drugs, and I was like,
I was like, and then they were telling us like, okay, here's my messed up part. Like I said it in that vlog too. I picked a really bad place for us to be. They literally were telling us about how like prostitutes be up in there too. But we had a nice place. Overall, our place was way nicer. Like someone else could open their door and you can look in there and be like, motel.
Yeah. But ours, luckily, since we had so many people, it was like the biggest room out of the hotel, motel.
But we were on top of the manager's office and we got him high. Do you remember that? The security guard was like, I don't have any problem with y'all smoking.
We didn't smoke inside the room. We smoked outside, but
somehow he got high.
There was a vent right next to where we were smoking, and like it just went in.
Filled his whole room with marijuana.
But we had fun on that trip. We did so much. We went to Santa Monica Beach. We did like some shopping. We ran through like 4 Nike stores.
Yeah. Next time I think we'll probably do like Knott's Berry Farms and like
Yeah.
Universal Studios, but it's one of those things
In
that
Disneyland. We were like,
Yeah.
we were literally 2 miles away from Disneyland, but we didn't go.
we just weren't too sure like if it's quarantine and we all don't want to spend overly amount of the money because we didn't know how long we were going to be in quarantine till it was kind of like, you know, we'll go there for 3 days. We all need to
Right.
continue working, you know what I mean? So it was kind of like a fast trip. Plus we've never been there. So I guess for the first time it wasn't that bad just
It
to
wasn't
go
bad.
there.
Just sadly, like,
We
it
didn't
was...
do like the good thing.
Yeah, it was after, like, they started closing things up again was when we actually went.
Yeah, that's
And so
true.
a lot of places were closed when we actually went to LA, and that was the only sad part. But
Or we haven't even posted any of the pictures from when we went to those urban lights because they made us literally wear a mask, and so I wasn't willing to go in there and wear a
Yeah.
mask because my
They
anxiety.
said you had to pay a fee and then wear your mask while taking pictures inside the urban lights.
like-
And I was like, no, I'm not gonna
That's
do
not
that.
happening.
We saw some.
He said it nicely, but
he
still, like that wasn't something we were.
We
willing
saw
to
a
do.
random girl like run in there without her mask, take a couple quick pictures.
then,
I was
run
like,
back out.
I was like, let's go, let's go.
I wanted to
But
do
I
it
was
so
too scared.
badly, but there's like 3 of us, so it's like all 3 of us have to like move our hair goodly and pose, and like
In like 2 seconds.
yeah, and Jasmine's hair was literally flying everywhere in all of the photos.
It was super windy too, and
We'll post these on here because we haven't even posted them on our Instagram.
our dresses were like split, so like our undies kept showing.
Not my undies are showing yellow wooden undies at all.
Yeah, I wasn't. You know, I just don't wear. I don't feel like
You don't have to. You can go commando in a lot of things.
Right.
I feel like it's very easy.
it's something more like comfy.
I was looking at all of our dresses and I was like, we're all in like bridesmaid dresses. That's all I remember. I was like, we're in bridesmaid
And the
dresses.
guys are just in casual clothes.
We did our Seattle trip, which you guys saw, which, okay, let me be fully honest. At the end of that Seattle trip, that shit was so spicy. I was having a hard time and I had to go to the bathroom
It was
so badly
bad.
before we left that like I was having a panic attack.
Don't get us wrong. That restaurant was,
It was good.
amazing.
I'd low-key go there again.
I would too. Probably get like 25% or like 0 spice because 50% was like
Out of the
a 10 plus, and I was like, what the
like,
fuck?
do you even think if we ordered 75 or 100 and it was too spicy for us and we told them, like, can we get a new one, do you think they'd make us repay? Like, because that shit, like,
I know.
50%.
Why didn't we ever ask?
50% literally, we had one bathroom.
It was burning.
It destroyed all of our stomachs and we
Yeah.
had 6 people and, like,
I remember
we had to leave at 11 a.m. from that place.
I remember the people next to us was like, y'all got 50%, we got 25, and our mouth is burning like so bad.
Yeah.
We can't even eat it. I was like, bro, we trying right now. We trying.
So after all of that, I guess we kind of just slowed down because definitely
Yeah.
after Cali was like kind of hard to kind of. We
We
did
were-
want to continue doing the eating videos too of like reviewing places,
Yeah.
but that also was like a little hard because going into places and doing that, like,
It was fine during like the middle of quarantine.
yeah,
When,
so many people are there now.
Yeah, like there was barely anyone. Like when we first did our first one, the Korean barbecue at Koki's, no one was there, and we were like so happy, and we like, you know, we were stress free, and we could like be ourselves. But,
Yeah,
like,
literally
in front
be
of
ourselves.
in front of people, it's kind of like you try not to like get intimidated by them.
We're not trying to be the weird people in Portland either. We've changed so much, even in the last years, from like dressing to like doing different things. Like Nuki finally dyed her hair brown. Like,
Again.
that is like a big step.
It was a long decision.
Was it? Because I
Yeah.
like still can't get myself
took
to go
me,
like
like-
any color but green.
It took me 2 months to decide that I should definitely dye my hair brown because I thought about it and I was like, and then I thought about it and I was like, no, like I love my hair blonde. And then I was like, my hair was breaking so bad, and like I low-key have a mohawk now, so I'm like,
Bitch!
I'm done with that shit. I'm gonna let my hair grow, take some vitamins,
What kind of vitamins and stuff do you take?
Just the ones that you told me, and like some other ones I bought on Amazon, which is like not too bad, but I've been slacking on taking it. So
Well, I'm trying to figure out like a little more things that I can do to start helping myself. Like, I've got my skin routine like down good. Yeah. Like my skin routine, I've got down good now. Like I don't have to worry about things like that. Like I started working out, not worried about that. But the one thing I've been worried about so much lately, ever since COVID, has always been like my Instagram videos and YouTube. Like YouTube, I know we're like the most inconsistent people, but the thing about it is like it's hard for us to be consistent. Doing YouTube's one of those things that we both love. I think it's really hard for us to even do videos like this because no matter how much we want to say it'll take us like a quick 20 minutes to set this all up. No, it does not.
it takes a long time to set this shit up.
No, seriously, so
And it's like, it's fun to do, and I definitely know that like filming motivates us in life, but like at the same time
it's a whole day thing. No matter what, when we're done with this, we don't want to do anything else, and it kind of sucks, but it's like we have to start pushing ourselves.
And it's also like super stressful to do this. But when like we're all set and done, it's really fun to watch ourselves like
grow
and make memories, because we be watching videos that we be putting on private nowadays, and that shit.
Yeah. If you guys have
youngins
watched us since the beginning, y'all know that our beginning videos were either the audio was so messed up, or we had some funky ass backgrounds. If you remember, like if you've been with us since the beginning, you'll probably remember like our weird like Asian umbrella background, and then we had
with our wigs.
Oh god, with our wigs, and then we did all of our crazy makeup using anything, and most of the stuff we put on our face was like nail material.
You know, the one video that I've always wanted to do that we never made was that food coloring makeup video.
And we've had that video, and I still have it in my phone for like so long. Like,
yeah, and we never like really posted it or do anything with it, but I feel like we can do that now.
No, yeah, I feel like now that we've kind of like learned more about cooking, learned more about other things, it's been a lot easier to do. Are these already cut?
Yeah. Not completely. I told him not to. So.
Ways to shoot us. Ready?
Yes.
Cheers. These ones are good.
With the sauce.
Also, I have so many things for us to like take photos. I forgot about all of our photos. Oh yeah, did you guys see all of our photos we did for Halloween? Those photos were really fucking cool.
I like those.
Let me tell you, we'll post them here too. We did what? A bank robbery one, which was so cool. Nuki made like these little like tweed bags with the money signs on it and shit. We did like the ones with like the neon masks, and then we had swords, which Nuki had, thank God.
Surprisingly, two of them too.
One of them were fake. One of them were hella fake.
It was like Ichigo's, you know.
I think my favorite ones though were the ghost ones.
Yeah.
The ghost
definitely
ones turned out
in front
so
of
good.
that Hawthorne theater.
The Baghdad.
The Baghdad.
That was so pretty, and thank God, because Ron had to take all those photos and we dragged him out.
It was literally at 12
everywhere.
a.m. too, and like
people were staring at us. You
Uh-huh.
don't understand, like we had to walk through a whole a Mac stop with like these small little like white blouses and like these like big ass masks and swords, and people were just like staring at us, and people
Like
were riding
hardcore.
around scooters still, and I'm like, go home. That's why we came out right now to do all these photos.
Yeah, technically, like I said, I used to work at K-Town. Now I work at a bank, and it's super fun, but it's also like it's like 8-9 hours a day, sometimes even 10, and it's like crazy because after I get off work, I'm dead tired. Like I don't want to do anything besides lay in bed. So like we literally have no time to hang out because Diana gets off around the same time I do, and like she's tired after working with clients, and we have
We have like 1 or 2 days, and
Yeah.
sometimes it's very hard to want to not sleep in. Do something, because even today, we started like an hour and a half later than we were supposed to, because my ass did not want to wake up.
Almost 2 hours. Almost 2.
I guess like the most of our summer, like besides filming, everything that we didn't do after filming, because we did want to do like film, camping.
Honestly, we
did,
were
like,
just trying to have a good time during camping, so we didn't want to film it actually.
Yeah. Random picnics, like we would go out to like Columbia River and go like crack some coconuts and go eat them all together.
That was fun. I liked that. And then your birthday as well.
Oh yeah, we did my birthday and we kind of just like, it was like the first
And John's
year.
birthday. I
Oh yeah,
forgot
John's birthday. We went to Ocean City?
Pacific City. Pacific City, we rented like a beach house out there. It was like a nice area.
Yeah, it was cute.
It had like
I had like no reception out there. I thought Nuki was ignoring me. I was like, oh,
I didn't either until I got to the house, and I was like, I only have 1 bar at the house. Anywhere I went, there was 0 bars.
Me and Ron just like walked around the beach for like an hour and a half.
I was like, where the fuck is she? She told me she was gonna come to the house.
And then like I was like, Ron was like, maybe you should try connecting to my hotspot, and I connected to it and it was like ding 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 ding. I was like, oh, she's not ignoring me. I was like, it's my phone, it's my data, T-Mobile.
Yeah, me too.
Oh my fuck. Oh, you guys went to the safari this year. How was that?
The safari, it's like a wildlife drive-through safari thing. It was really fun. I think we paid on Groupon like $25-$30 for 2 of us.
Or 3, right? With
3 with Caitlin. And it was super fun. Like, you can drive through it twice. It's like the first time it took us like 30 minutes, like to 40 minutes, because like we were just really looking. And then like we explored the little like small animal zoo that they had, which was really fun as well. We had some food, some Caitlin, you know, her vegan burgers. And then like we went around again one last time, and like they had like so many different animals. They had like buffaloes, deers. What are those little things called? Like, you know, they're called like
Gazelles?
Gazelles, something like that. But like we were feeding them, they're nonstop. Like they would
You guys
not
get to
leave
touch
us
them?
alone. Yeah, you're not supposed to, but
you,
like I'm like over here like like trying to feed them while like going there. And then there is this animal. His number was 69.
What the fuck, man?
And like when we first met him, Johnny kept feeding him cookies.
Oh yeah,
Ahoy,
and he
Chip
followed
Ahoy
you guys
cookies.
the whole time.
Yeah, like the whole time. That motherfucker, that 69, kept following us throughout the whole driveway, and then almost followed us
Ow.
Yeah, almost follows us out. And then like our second one, that motherfucker was in our window too, and I was like,
He's like, I remember you.
I smell those cookies.
Yeah.
Which is super bad to feed them, but you know what?
She was like, we went there once, so I'm gonna do it.
You gotta spoil them sometimes, like we spoil our dogs sometimes.
And then went to the alpaca farm.
It was a weird experience.
That was another mistake on me. I think I'm like a very, very cheap person. And I don't mean that in a way of like I don't have money. I mean that of a way of like, I'm like, oh, maybe we like go a little cheaper on this, so then we can do this. And like, I found like an alpaca farm, and it was like Alpaca Farms of Oregon.
Toothpick? I said Q-tip.
It was like $15 a person, and I was like, that's not bad. Like, you're really just looking at alpacas. There's not like you can ride them. It's not like you're really sitting there like doing anything special with it. So I'm like, $15 isn't bad. We were in someone's backyard.
And he's like, oh, y'all here for the 4 o'clock or whatever? And I'm like, yes. He's like, follow me. And I was like, okay. And it was literally right in his backyard with like 20 alpacas.
Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like those 2-story houses, and then you see a balcony, and then there's like
a farmland
stuff underneath, and there's a little bit. There's just all these alpacas. They're just like walking up to you.
No, but it was a fun experience, and I did want to buy an alpaca that day.
He was telling us the prices. It was like $2,000 for a male and like $800 or something for a female.
And I was like, I'll take the female.
We could have got some matching ones. It was weird because the only thing is like, we went to like McMinnville or something, and it didn't really seem like he seemed like he was very sheltered, very, very sheltered, because he didn't know what Kate. Yeah, right.
I think so.
That's what
yeah.
it's called. Yeah,
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
He's like, what is K-pop? I was like, was just something. You know.
And then he was like, Johnny said some weird things like throw it in the car or something like that. And then he was like, I'm gonna use that next time. And I was like, oh.
He used a lot of big words, and I was like,
Yeah, but
I'm
he
sorry.
couldn't even tell us anything about the alpacas. Every time we like Johnny asked him a question, because Johnny was the only one talking to him really. He would straight up just be like, my parents would know, I don't.
Yeah.
And then it would just be like silent, and we'd be like, oh, can I have some more stuff to feed to them? And he would like held it up here, and he'd be like, oh yeah,
go ahead. And I was like, okay, like it's
chill.
chill.
And he was like young. He was like our
was
age,
probably
maybe
a
maybe
little younger. Yeah, and then like at the end, he was like, okay guys, one last stop. And I was like, okay, like
I was like to the ones in the bar,
baby alpacas. And he was like, okay, here's our gift shop, guys. Half the stuff here my grandma knitted. And I was like, okay.
I'm not gonna be mean, but some of the stuff was not knitted well. Like,
yeah.
Like, it was just, like, very sparse. Like, the scarf would not keep you warm at all or anything. And then felt so bad that they ended up buying Caitlin that $50 whatever long
It was like $30, but it was like,
Johnny was like, yeah, it should be like $5. Caitlin flipped it over like $35.
it was like made out of baby alpaca here.
Oh, when she says
and
like
it was like this.
It doesn't
size.
even, it's not even that size because everything's very thin.
Yeah,
and
everything
like,
comes together, but it was literally this size for like $30, and I was like confused, but I also felt bad, and my little sister really wanted it, so I was
we
like,
were like shoved in this room that was so small, like you do not understand. It was so small, and it smelled kind of like hay and dust. I was like, I'm not feeling this at all.
But that was like, it was an experience. And then after that, we went to this abandoned airplane place.
Oh yeah, the abandoned airplane. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. We didn't really meet the guy who lives there, but he does live there.
Yeah, but it's just like, I think an airplane crashed in like a couple.
Yeah, that's what I can't tell if
decades
like,
ago.
Yeah.
And like, he just lives in it.
Yeah,
he just lives in it. So like, it's like a touristy place when you come to Portland in the middle of the forest.
To be honest, how much does his battery cost?
I don't know.
Cause like, how long does that stay okay for? Like running with like everything? Cause like I don't even. He probably does have things to cook and stuff inside of there. Mm-hmm. But like, it's different. It's a lot. It's a giant ass airplane you can literally just stand on and walk around on. Like, we'll post some pictures of it. We don't have any videos, but we have some cool pictures.
And we had fun there.
Mm-hmm. I think our next video will probably be like a makeup tutorial.
Yes, I'm excited. I've been wanting to do...
We haven't even done makeup in so long.
I know. A lot of food videos, but I've been wanting to do a lot of makeup. We have like so much planned. We just don't have the time for it, but either our next video will be like a Halloween theme type video, or like, you know, we've been trying to do like an eyelash video.
Yeah.
Trick tips and
I think that's been something we've wanted to do since the beginning as well.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, like, our tips and tricks are so amazing. Like, it makes your lashes look brand new, and you can use it. I use my lashes like 20 plus 30 times.
Low key, yeah. I think as long as you like, I know it gets a little hard to want to take off your makeup as well and like do things like that before you go to sleep, but I think that like that's a big part of sleeping with your lashes can ruin them too. Mm-hmm. And then waking back up, just rip them bitches off and figure that out. Also buy yourself like one of the makeup eraser like fucking cloths. Those work very well. We got one from BoxyCharm this year. I just put that in water.
I still use it.
Yeah, I just throw that shit in water and wipe my whole face off, and I go to bed. Sometimes I don't even do my facial things, but if you guys have not even done like a skin routine this year, you guys should start doing it, because I saw like so much like better in my skin. Not only that, like I got lip fillers this year.
Yes, we haven't even talked about that.
I got lip fillers this year. That was pretty crazy. I wanted to do a video on it, but at first I didn't think like it was gonna go well, so I didn't do a video on it, but I got them done about 2 times, so I have like a syringe and a half in my lips. I'm really wanting like 2.5 syringes in my lips, but my aunt's wanting me to wait a little bit longer. But besides that, I'm really wanting to do other things. I was thinking about doing a boob job this year in September, which is this month, but I started seeing all these other girls get boob jobs, and it's not like it looks bad on them. I started just thinking.
I'm gonna tell you right now. Like, yeah, big boobs are nice to look at.
That
but
I'm just scared that I'm gonna be overly sexualized.
yes.
That's
Like
what
now
it
that
is.
I have bigger boobs because I gained a little bit of weight. Like I have bigger boobs and like every time I wear something, like they're like, oh, like I can see like your middle,
your
and,
cleavage, yeah.
and like it's a lot more to take care of, and they hurt a lot more because they're
Yeah,
getting
that's what
bigger.
I was thinking, and so I'm not too sure if I'm wanting like double D's. But I think after this year, if I start to work out and see more improvement of myself, and like I definitely will never get a BBL. Like that's something that I will never get just because like, you know, so many people have died on the table for things like that. I don't want to do that. I think if years go on and I keep working out and maybe my boobs get smaller or anything, I'd like to get like a good C cup maybe. I don't think I'd go as big as I wanted to before, which was like a D or an F. Like, let's be fully honest. I wanted huge ass titties. I don't know if you guys have never had oyster shooters.
So good.
Literally just raw. I know it might be gross to some of you, but
Hey, I'm gonna tell you right now.
some of your food's gross to me.
I've never loved oyster shooters like this than I've ever had. I always had it cooked full on, well done. But
This
now
sauce is so good with it though. Like this sauce actually,
it brings freshness to it.
yeah, like when my dad does it at home, he literally will just put like salt and pepper, lime, and then Tabasco on it. But with the spiciness and everything, it kind of like kicks out like kind of like the seafood taste. Like I understand some people don't like that at all. Like do not be trying these certain things and wasting your money because these things are pricey. If you want to try it, maybe try it with some friends who do like seafood and stuff like that, then versus wasting it by yourself at home. But if you guys do want to try like these crabs, they're like $5.
These are really fire, but I would say not swallow them.
Yeah, not swallow them because I've been chewing them out. I mean, spitting them out. But like these are only like $5. This I spent like $22 on. It was not bad at all. I don't wish that it was bigger because obviously like we weren't going to eat this part. We were gonna only eat the tentacles.
Probably. I only
But
like
it was
tentacles.
good. My dad will do something with that one.
The snails are super
Bomb.
cheap. They're like $5.99 a pound. But
So it's only like $10.
yeah, it's around $10. I got an extra pound for Johnny. But like they're super fire. If you never had snails, you gotta try it while you drink. It's like
Yeah, it's a drinking food, definitely. Like, the foods that we are eating, like, we didn't even, like, we were gonna drink. I talked about it when I was at H Mart, but Nuki was like, no, them sojus are not it. So then I didn't end up
the
getting
sake.
alcohol.
The sake.
Sake, not even soju.
Look at me. You got cilantro.
Oh, no.
But like the sake that you showed, the first one you showed
Those
me.
boxes, they looked cute, though.
They're cute, but I tried it. It's
What is-
disgusting.
Is it just, like, really, like, fermented?
And like kind of bitter.
Do you know one thing I forgot to talk about? Our girls' trip.
Our
girls'
I
trip!
totally forgot about that.
Our girls' trip was like, okay, who was all there? It was like, okay, so like obviously me and her, Yasmin.
Kendall, Hannah, Cassandra was the one that
Karen,
planned
yeah.
most of it.
And Karen. I don't think I'm missing anyone else, am I? Yeah, that was all of us.
Yeah, and we had this little cute cabin all to ourselves.
We
It was so
barbecued,
cute.
we cooked for ourselves. We played
drank.
so many games.
We played a bunch of fucking games.
Cassie, like anytime she plans something, it's literally
I think
games,
it's so
games,
cute.
games.
Lead the fuck. Come on, team, we can do this. I ain't trying to take a shot.
I love it though. We played like this M&M game where we sorted colors and put them in different jars.
Those are funny. We were like,
It
trying
was
to
super
throw them
fun.
all. And then we did like one where it was like, what she wasted a lot of money. The tissues. We were like trying to take tissue. But I swear I cheated because
We
I was
made it
like
rain.
so fast that I would like grab the whole entire tissue and it would be like 30 of them and I'd just like throw it up in the air. But then we did them TikToks.
Yes.
TikToks and that was exciting. That was actually a good trip until we started to go to sleep. Cassie and Hannah loved
They were up till like 5 a.m. and there was no fucking no wall connected to the ceiling, so it was just all open rooms.
Like to the point where like if you were taking a loud shit in the bathroom, anyone in the house could hear you because like there was no ceilings connected. You could literally like see over the wall because the wall was like
if
this.
you're jumping on the bed, you could see over.
You could see everything, and like we were just like, once we hit a certain time, it's just like we don't like being awake. We sat there listening to Cassie.
We watched 5 episodes of American Horror Story, not realizing we watched 5 episodes.
We didn't retain any of it. We were confused. Me and Nuki were sharing a bed. Yasmin was on the ground on an air mattress. Every time we would talk to her, she just looked upset. She'd be like, okay, we gonna leave you alone. She was doing homework.
Yeah.
But then my ass could not go to sleep. I think, what time did we go in the room? Maybe like 1:32.
Like around 2.
And then we
Left
left
around like 5.
Yeah, like 5 in the morning. And we were up in like Mount Hood, and we took like an hour drive home just because like we all felt like we could sleep way more comfortable in our beds. And we knew that like even if we were gonna sleep at 5 or 6 in the morning, like we weren't waking up until 3, and we'd rather wake up feeling dehydrated and not feeling good in our own home.
Yeah.
But when we left too, I remember the GPS not working, and it was like sending us like it kept rerouting, and we were like in pitch dark, and I was like, you know what? None of us brought our guns.
I remember that. We're like, we all have our own individual guns for safety purposes.
Yeah.
But no one brought our guns, and I was like, why the fuck is it that when we're in the forest, dark as fuck, in the middle of nowhere, nobody brings their goddamn gun?
Literally in the middle of nowhere, and then Nuki had these Snoop Dogg braids, and we went to fucking McDonald's, and I could tell the guy was just like where the fuck did they just come from? Like, it was like, we were in like my Jeep, so it's like a big ass Rubicon, but Nuki's like sitting back, Yasmin's on her laptop, and I'm like, hands on my chin, like, hi.
It weren't normal braids like this. It was like this, like braids right here, because I had extensions in, so I wanted the front to look
really good.
But that was a fun trip.
That was a trip. Yeah, we definitely want to do that again and stay the night fully.
Maybe with some complete fully walled.
Yeah, because it was mostly just because like noise was traveled through the whole house. So like you couldn't even get away from it, to be fully honest. But that's basically what we did for the summer. As of now, I'm still working from home, so if any one of you want your nails done, hit me up.
Hit up my girl.
And then if y'all need a deposit shit, hit up this bitch.
You know, might be a banker soon.
So that's the good
Come
part.
open some new accounts with me.
Yeah, so like at this point, I think we're both doing
a lot
really
better.
Good. Yeah.
Than we thought we would in like 5 years when we were starting.
We started off YouTube like I could never imagine if we started off YouTube looking at where we were and then someone just sends us like a 5-second clip of just us like right now. Like I would be like, no, that's not me.
Stop. I know. We were super crazy. Like our first video, which we took down, was like a 10-minute drunk video makeup tutorial, but for some reason, like the whole video wouldn't upload, so it wasn't 10 minutes exactly.
Yeah.
But
we did other ones of us smoking a whole bunch, and we talked about like 10 things about us you should know.
We also put that on private because
don't
no
even try
one
looking
to see that.
We were not doing good then. So maybe one day we'll do another like 10 things you should know about us just for fun. It'll be like a short like 5-minute video or something. But besides that, I think we're both really content with how we are now. We've kind of figured out, it's September now, so we're kind of figuring out our year. We're not in summer anymore, which means that we have all the freedom. So maybe we'll start kind of clicking and doing more videos more.
Yes, with the holidays coming up and stuff.
Yeah, especially with the holidays coming up, we will be doing videos. And then I think this year I would love to do kind of like a Thanksgiving mukbang. I think that would be cool. We have bigger backdrops, so obviously the boys can join us for those ones and stuff like that.
And we'll have so much fun this year. I'm so excited.
Yeah. This year is actually going to be good. I think we've realized that it's not quarantine anymore, even though it is. So we're just going to push back and just continue. We'll see you guys later, Barbies. Bye.